Okay, so the government, different politicians I see are talking about this here it is early December, they're talking about some relief package, stimulus bill. I don't know what it's being billed as, but here's my comment about it. First of all, I think there are plenty of jobs out there. It's just that, at least in a lot of the areas that I'm looking at, I mean, I got a job in May in the heat of the pandemic supposedly, and I know of tons of other jobs in the area that I'm in, and I've looked around the country, and it seems like there's a lot of other jobs too. These, warehouse jobs where you're making like $15 an hour on average, and so I don't know. I don't know if it's just that a lot of people don't want to work, or if it's these certain politicians that are bolstering like, oh, there's no jobs and this and that. I'm like, well, I don't know what they're looking at, because I'm seeing that there's tons of these jobs. So this other that supposedly is a bipartisan deal. They're talking about another 900, almost $1 trillion, $900 billion, and they're talking about like giving extra money to people who are on unemployment. Which, first of all, there's a lot of people who don't qualify for unemployment who haven't been working, and those people are probably the ones that are hurting more, right? If you really think about it, the people who are on unemployment are already getting some amount. But even beyond all that, there's other monies that of that amount, apparently they're being funneled in other directions, who knows where, mystery land. But if you do the math, and correct me on this if I'm wrong, if I'm doing the math on this right, if you take 900 billion divided by 330 million people, that comes out to like 2,700 per person. And it's almost like that would do more if you really are someone who believes in relief or stimulus. Giving $2,700 to every single U.S. citizen would do more for the economy and the well-being of the most hardest hit than any other plan that they would propose doing with that said money. I mean, think about it. And I want people to really think about that. Where's the money going, and why? If everybody, technically, we should all be getting $2,700 if they're taking this nearly $1 trillion and they're throwing it out there. I don't know, it just seems very peculiar. It's just like the first round of stimulus that was $2 trillion. If they would have divided that amongst everybody, again, I'm going by the figures that you're saying that there's like 30 million people, citizens. And so the idea would be like children who are minors, like that money would be in the parent's hand, and the parent would manage it on the behalf of the child. I mean, you'd hope that the parent's not squandering it on drugs and alcohol. I mean, I'm sure some would, tragically, but you would hope that would be a limited number of people. But again, it's just odd that these politicians that are going the route that they're going with this, like the real people who really need it. And what is the incentive if you're going to just give more money to people in unemployment just to sit on unemployment? What's the incentive for them to go out and get a job? I mean, I heard from other elders in my life that in the past, the unemployment was only like half a year or something. And now it's like a year, or you can reapply for it or something like that. And I'm like, the idea is it's just supposed to help you through to be able to find another job. You may not find the same job or the same paying job, but there are jobs out there. And you need to go out, and my comment is you need to go out and do those jobs. I've had to change my career path many times. If I would have just jumped on unemployment, I could have maybe rode the bandwagon like some of these people, or went on disability or different things. But, I went out and found jobs here and there. And the comment is, yeah, I don't know. It's just sad to me that, again, I just want to reiterate to the people, look at this nearly $1 trillion divided by what they're going to be doing supposedly that they're talking about for this next relief stimulus round. If you divide that evenly by every U.S. citizen, that's $2,700 a piece. That would do more for the economy and the well-being of people than anything else they could do with that money. Again, I'm not saying that I support any kind of relief or stimulus based on the fact that I'd rather see people getting back to work. But if you are going to do it, do the math, and you'll see that, it makes more sense to give everybody that even amount. And I don't know what to say about it, but I just said it. Hope in a better, more logical government system.